Is there money to be made?
And down here. Atrium. Go talk to the priest. Contracts.
I always keep my options open.
Talk to the Carnival Barter. Your bet, that's wonderful. It is known to me that my kin. It is known to me that your kin tremble at the mere mention of outsiders from distant stars, Alantot. But what is this? A protection ritual of sorts? Where Monkai take on guises of a creature who's in their from their nightmares so they can sleep better at night? The man puffs out his chest and turns up his nose in pride. What guys, lady? I'm telling you that these are Xenos. Dangerous, merciless, vicious beasts. If they aren't your area of expertise, please kindly refrain from misinforming my audience. Lad, there's a real Xeno standing right in front of you and you can't even tell. Xenos? The man pales before your eyes, his gaze jumping into your lit, and you, Emperor, preserve me? Why is this monstrosity walking around freely on footfall? No leads, revolution of the airfield. Powerful, very powerful enemy. So just to make sure you're not seen around here again, and we will. Well. That's one way to put an end to that. Emperor protects. I know not why his voice vested to protect the Imperium's borders from the intrusion of enemies of humanity would see fit to keep an ungodly Xenos in their retinue. But I say to you, repent, young Vautius, and pray to the Emperor for forgiveness, for your soul has forevermore been stained with the taint of an outsider. There can be no virtue that which is contrary to his divine will. He is busy studying the local architecture. It would seem that she finds footfalls bustle far more interesting than harmonious words. It's another 1,000. Our Claymore. Okay. Shield balls still lots. Anything you'd be better suited for, Henrik? Nope. She's at a 70. You're at an 80. 90. 80. You're at 63. Better at that. All right.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Void dots. Say there shouldn't be anything that he wants from us unless he's interested in heretical shit. She might be. Honestly, just clear the miscellaneous. Never know when you need to have just random amounts of fuel on you, so keep some of that.
Let us not dawdle.
Secret vault. Rod from the depths of bodies, Protector Anthar would like to discuss something important in private. Mundus Nolus. High Fat Torum. Maybe we need to talk to her to start it.
Domin.
Take my leave. Mundus Nolus. Forgotten Twins. Saves the Eldari survivors. There's Mundus Nullus. Various ship systems. This time we are dealing with unexpected temperature malfunctions, thermal controls failures to observe not only in individual components, but even in the soldiers' protective equipment. Several crew members have suffered from burns and frostbite. Okay, so they're performing the rites. Alright, so we have to deal with the bridge about it. Okay. You better all not go insane. Salbat, how could you even let this happen? The assassination attempt upon the roan traitor in his own chamber, right under the noses of your enforcers. A fierce growl rumbles in the Abelard's throat. The master arms radiates grim fury. Her eyes are dark, her lips pierced. With a practiced hand, she removes the maul from her belt and offers it to you. An unforgivable error, I accept full responsibility and ask for due punishment. I want an explanation, not a vain self-chastisement. Put that weapon away and report. Salbat hesitates for a moment before putting the maul away. Understood, Lord Captain. Reporting. All adjacent debts have been isolated. We've begun our search for the culprit and have set up investigating headquarters on the officer's debt. The substance has been analyzed, confirmed to be blood containing traces of major mutations. While it poses no risk of infection to you, Lord Captain, the very presence of such genetic aberrations on board is a serious threat to the safety of the ship and must be addressed promptly. Once word of this gets out, many among the crew will surely see it as a brazen challenge of your status as road trader. What genetic aberrations? The heresy mutation. Mutants are various beasts who sow only ruin and death. They are devoid of all humanity, and the vile blood that runs through their veins feeds their unclean thoughts and urges. Numerous accounts speak of entire colonies falling prey to bloody uprisings staged by these creatures, all because the governors were too squeamish to order genetic purges. You don't say. I wonder why somebody we don't consider human and exterminate. You don't say. I wonder why somebody we don't consider human and exterminate by the thousands would think to revolt. What a crazy mystery. Alas, the Imperium's enemies are not limited to only those outside its borders. Mutants can become a considerable threat, especially when given the chance to organize. The heretics have revealed themselves and are eager to fight. Then fight we shall. Let the vessel be purged of their filth. Could this have been an assassination attempt? Then they would have filled the bath with acid or poison instead. There are easier ways to kill someone than drowning them in blood, as foul as the blood may be. I bet to differ. When something of this sort were to happen to me, my heart would surely stop. What do you intend to do next? As one, every enforcer present gets on their knees. Lord Captain, this incident has cast a shadow on our honor. We only ask for one thing, a chance to absolve ourselves of our guilt. Allow me to head to the officer's deck at once so that I may lead the investigation personally. This is precisely what Lady Theodora would have done and trust the matter to her faithful servants. However, I would still advise you to observe the Master at Arms at work, Lord Captain. It may prove enlightening. Should the Lord Captain wish to monitor the investigation, my people and I would consider it an honor. If you wish to challenge me, then I shall take matters into my own hands. Master Arms at actions, I will preside over the investigation. Torso Captain, I'll arrange for an area befitting your status to be prepared on the officer's deck. World Trader's Familiar has its own maintenance station located on the flagship and in your residence on the doors. Where is its maintenance station, though? Mm. Alright, so I have to get to Dodoris first. Mm. Pretty sure I was already on the officer's deck. Stands out clearly from the officers in attendance, both for her flavor favoring the full regalia of a member of the Bloodspun Web over formal attire, and for her empty space around her. The other attendants are keeping their distance as if an air of mortal danger repels them from your companion, whose keen, worried gaze is locked on Cabal, whose mouth is stretched into a most courteous of smiles, gives you a hurried bow. Your lordship. Dominant, you are here. Sounds neither excited nor solemn. Her tone is indifferent as her fearsome metal claws clutch a slice of fruit from one of the plates. See, you found a delicacy that is to your liking. She smiles. Food like this is impossible to come by in the lower bays. I do not know what this is, but it tastes incredible. Juices dripping down her fingers and her hand. It seems she is the only one here who has not lost her appetite. The officers' faces have turned to a pale, alarmed mask, and none of them is in a hurry to enjoy the feast. How do you like the ceremonies of the upper decks? I'm attempting to pierce through the florid shell to the core, yet it continues to elude me. Cabal looks you in the eyes. What is the purpose of this ritual, Dominant? Explain it to me. Camaraderie, spending all your days in toil can be dreary. Gratitude. My crew is willing to give their lives for the dynasty, and this is my way of praising their service. These people came at the snap of my fingers. They looked at me, hanging upon my every word and gesture, hoping against hope that I might grace them with a smile or a glance. Gratitude. Does one merit gratitude for doing what their duty demands? Would these people act differently without your show of appreciation? I hope that is not the case. I am too conspicuous beside the rest of your servants. Cabal looks at the other guests, and they quickly avert their eyes. A fitting mask. That is what is required at a ritual like this. I came unprepared. It will not happen again. How are you? I feel wrong. Strange people, strange sounds and gestures. Cabal lets out a sharp breath. Her gaze becomes vacant, and her hand reaches for her table knife. I am losing myself in this whirlpool. Grasping a knife, she begins to carve lines into the expensive wooden table. A nervous murmur runs through the crowd. Their tense gazes are locked on the harmless-looking, barely sharpened metal utensil in the hand of a cultist of the blood-spun web. So you've already mastered the art of commanding attention, and you seem to be quite in your element. Could it be that someone here finds the conduct of the Lord Captain's desk disturbing? Your words diffuse a fearful attention focused on Cabal as a strike cruiser scatters a raider squadron. The officer stops staring at your intimidating companion. Whenever I lose my thread, whenever I am forced to stray by the outside world, I return to the labyrinth. It has all the answers. My meditation helps in finding my way out. I regain myself and praise the righteousness of serving the undying God. At her spinner's mast and regalia, your choice of attire is not customary for such a gathering. I sense this gathering was a looks at you with mild confusion. My appearance tells those around me who I am. Everyone here is wearing masks for their respective thread. It is not a requirement for your. Is this not a requirement for your ritual? She glances at the opulent room and the dazzling decor and the handsome dressed officers. I sense this gathering was a terrible mistake. Sighs heavily and looks down. Why? You have looked behind the curtain at my existence, and now I am looking at yours. Tabala stares at you intently. I do not think that we have heard all the words that should have been spoken here today. Is it because you do not wish to say them in front of witnesses? I grow weary of the trial. Take a walk with me. Avoid your gaze as the two of you walk away from the other guests. She seems calm, but the slight tremble running down her right hand betrays her agitation. Once you are alone, she looks straight at you. I have discerned what you are doing here, and I know that your calling it a ritual was a ruse. True rituals are constant, immutable, like the cycles of a cooling machine in the ship's bowels, or shifts of the bay servants. This was spontaneous, something you prepared just for me. Then you stayed at my side the entire time. Now here you are, granting me yet another request. Why is this? You're my comrade. I cannot simply dismiss you and your wishes. Show you there are other things in life besides service and duty. You're my comrade. I have come to value your company. Her eyes wide and so that's how it is, Dominus. She suddenly looks away, a smile touches her lips. When you asked me if I wanted to look at the rituals of your world, I was not entirely candid with my answer. Yes, to see the Domin's world is a priceless gift, but I truly wished for was to see it with you. She gives you a searching look, narrowing her eyes. What do you think, Damin? Has your blade failed you? Been honest with me about your desires, to see your sincerity. That is truly a priceless gift. Face darkens for a moment, and then almost immediately her faint smile grows wider. That's a luxury that no spinner can afford. Her voice drops to a soft whisper. I want to stay with you somewhere private. Take me there, Ignatius. He bows her. You can barely hear Kabbalah's voice as she speaks your name plainly for the first time. Well, that was easy. Kind of scared of what that entails with her, but
Different in intimacy from what I expected. I'm discovering new sides to you.
tries to finish out Sebastian, tracing a long, fluid line from the curve of her hip to the sharp ridge of her clavicle. Through the pattern of ritual wounds and battle stars, we have gained knowledge of one another, Ignatius, through the revelation of flesh, we have spun a stronger spiritual bond between us. Do you feel it? And I want to speak to Solstice and want to enjoy you and your company. I'm not certain there is a certain time this won't affect our relationship, will it? Did I know physical intimacy held any interest for spinners? Westman Webb does not encourage the pleasures of flesh, nor does it forbid them. Spinner is free to enjoy carnal love, but what draws them to it is usually curiosity rather than passion, or a special feeling, a sacred feeling that must not be sacrificed to Esses. Assasis? Since it became closer, this pleases me. I believe this, but the first of many revelations we will receive. She stretches languidly on the bed. Each new encounter promises the opportunity to know you better and to reveal myself to you. We will explore our bodies and souls to attain true unity. Did you enjoy this evening? Eyes were closed. Yes, it was a new sensation. Every moment with you was replete with meaning. Empty lust would not grant such depths of feeling. I must attend to other matters. And I must spend time alone. I must traverse the labyrinth with new knowledge of us. Did I say that we got anything for that? Pause to Sir Lieutenant. I just thought you should know the Lady Navigator was successful in guiding the ship to the warp. Alright. Lieutenant, I meant to inform you that our journey through the warp went well. My navigator gazed, perceiving the light of the astronoton beyond the turmoiling waves of the Sea of Souls. Albeit with some difficulty, the True and the Master Houndsman conducted themselves adequately. My instructions during the jump helped them find their focus and guide the ship without any serious incidents. But I already noticed myself that the ship was intact, unless, of course, the last few years of my life have been a cunning trick of the warp. What reaction are you expecting from me to ensure the safety of the passage? I never doubted your abilities as a navigator, Lady Cassia. My true is fortunate to have you. Question changes suddenly, and she gives you a reserved nod. It pleases me to hear this, Lord Catherine, but I am equally satisfied with your manner of command. Visiting Audra, Cassia glances around the study. I see that you have many compelling works of art here, but precious few paintings. I, for one, do enjoy passing what little spare time I have with a brush in my hand. Why, just recently I created a beautiful voidscape inspired by our travels together. I cannot show it to you quite yet, as it still only exists in my mind's eye, but the imagery, oh, if only you could see it. I did take note of the unique elegance of your works back when you were at 5. I am certain your latest piece will be just as breathtaking. Might I hope that your painting will soon adorn these walls? Cats her head and spies. Do you truly wish that it would? But I must admit I am nothing more than an amateur. You have to forgive me, Lord Captain, but I do not think that is such a good idea. These chambers are in need of a masterpiece, while I paint merely for my own pleasure. Her furtive smile speaks louder than her polite refusal. One other thing, I meant to tell you that I am quite well read, and that my knowledge is not limited to the Navigator's Craft. I am versed in many other scholarly fields, such as centenary history and of the Calicester, or Cassius shrugs awkwardly. Navigators are taught to familiarize themselves with the warp from childhood. Should you require my help, that is to say my counsel, my knowledge is extensive, so please do not hesitate to ask. She fiddles with the lock of her hair while still proudly holding her chin high and avoiding your gaze at the same time. Today I learn about new sides of you, and you amaze me with every time. Plus many talents. Would you like to stay here and demonstrate some of them? Cassie takes a step away from you, scorching you with her disapproving gaze. Her voice hardens, becoming aloof. Road Trader, making suggestive intimations towards the Lady Navigators does you no credit. I would ask that you refrain from such frivolities in the future. With this, kindly permit me to leave your presence, Lord Captain. Cassie gives you a courteous nod and gracefully picks up her cloak and takes her leave. Fair. Visit the system. Three more fuel. The next storm rage over the planet blurs the gaze of the Audra arrays. Only truly powerful diviner machines may see through the currents of the magnetic fluctuations in their blessed vigil to discover the mysteries of the Emperor's forsaken planet. The better Audra array. The ruins of an ancient imperial city were discovered on a dead world, completely deprived of an ecosystem. According to the reports, the entire settlement was contained in a titanic glass dome that once held an artificial atmosphere. Your authors attached the framework to 3 other similar structures that were never completed. For whatever reason, the dome systems failed, and left behind is this city, a ghost that never managed to become a proper colony to the Imperium. Scout the Temple District. 2 holy relics. Single attached with bolter weapons automatically hit the target. Fuck yeah. The Temple District is situated in the heart of the city. The God Emperor statue, intricately carved from precious crystal. It's suspended beneath the dome, supported by chains of gold, and can be seen from anywhere in the colony. Inspired by the majestic sight, the expedition members set off to explore the area with renewed vigor. Soon enough, they stumble upon an ancient weapon lying on a pedestal wreathed in sunlight. The expedition brought it back to the ship and told many tales about how the Emperor himself, who had been watching them from above, had directed their attention to the sacred relic. As many supplies as possible. The people flooded the city like a tidal wave, filling the building after building, bulkhead after bunkhouse, and receding from its quiet streets just as quickly when they had plenty of useful things among their findings, including foodstuffs and weapons. Drain the remaining fuel from the generators. Take several trips to deliver the massive Prometheum storage tanks to your vessel. The crew grimly points to the colony was running low of fuel. Had the life support systems not failed prematurely, the locals would have still perished due to lack of energy. For the local palace. Odari weapon. Ghost sword. A lavishly decorated estate of the local ruler towers over rows of featureless bunkhouses. Several explorers perished from the cleverly hidden tripwires in the courtyard. But after losing their companions, the team easily disarmed the remaining traps in the estate. Anything of value had been promptly delivered to the road trader's vessel. The Lord Captain was even given an exquisite sword found in the secret cache that once belonged to the mansion's owner. Alright. Desert World. Plasteel. We're just thrumming with the sound of endless officer reports, the hum of ancient mechanism, and the buzz of servo engines. Among the unusual servants bustling to and fro, the Lord Captain notices a flash of flame-red hair. Posed a question to me not long ago, Alantat, and now I am here to present you with the answer. With fluid grace, Yulita emerges from the shadows of the Captain Bridge. Her face seems to glow under the lumen light, her expression slightly more pensive than usual. You have my complete attention. And listen closely to my answer, Alantat. You may struggle to comprehend what is to be said. Being accused of being accustomed to revealing in your own might and skewing the world to suit yourself, pitch your understanding not towards my words, but the sense that lies hidden in the shade of the sounds. Yulita half closes her eyes, her words unfurling slowly and melodically. You try to split the world into pieces, to fragment it into light and dark, truth and lies, self and other, but I see the world as a single whole, and in this lies its simplicity and complexity. It is not enough to simply see the world and hear its voices, you must understand it. Think of the little thing, the world on which our paths crossed. What is it truly? What is its existence? The little thing's magnificence comes not from the green of its vast forest, or from the depths of its waters. Its beauty is the world, in the way it dances on the tongue, and even you, Alantat, can sense it. Try. Say the words slowly, delicately, casting aside all stray thoughts. Feel, perhaps, then you will see. Close your mind, empty the words, and speak the word. The world around you fades, and your perception instantly narrows, coming to a single point of focus on the tip of your tongue. Your tongue delicately lifts the roof of your mouth, and the sound slips along your throat with incredible silkiness, warming as it goes, like a sip of fresh recap. The tip of your tongue touches the same place again, and the air softly rushes from your chest, and the sound like the serration of leaves as the wind weaves through the forest canopy. Then your tongue taps your front teeth, and the gentle vibration spreads through your body, sending a shiver along your spine. Guarded interest gleams in Yulette's eyes when your gaze meets again. Does a word like any other, there's nothing special about it? I think I'm beginning to understand. If your words are Cecile Alantot, then you are capable of seeing more than you do now. Instead of the lifeless clamor of monstrous mechanisms, the roar of engines, and the distorted voices of your followers, I hear and attend to silence. It arises in moments of spiritual serenity, and it is that stillness that we become witness to the transformation of our own inner world. Monkey's lives pass so swiftly you rush through them for the sake of a chosen goal. But thoughts of transience and loss frighten you, and so you drive such thoughts away and drown yourselves in the daily tumult. But it is from fleeting moments which enter our lives and quickly vanish from them that the soul's fortress grows. A moment's blooming, an hour's wilting. The splendor of each lies in its ephemerality. So too the memories of those who have left our side and no longer walk on the path with us. And in you, Alantot, I see much more than just another Monkey. Your true senses lie The true essence lies in your will, which is capable of changing the world around you and within you. It lies in your ability to create and to understand your creation, and in your ability to destroy. It lies in what your kin's minds cannot grasp and what your primitive sight cannot behold, but I can see it. Pay me compliments now. Thank you for telling me how you see the world. Thank you for telling me how you see the world. And what do you make of it, Alantat? How different do you see the world? Something deeper than the outer guise of things? In this world of endless war and peril, I see only the beacon of hope. I try to turn my attention to which delights my ears and eyes, music, art. And what does that mean? Yula asked as her attention focuses on your words. She is suffering those around me and it compels me to act. I see the uniqueness of every creature, everything, and it pleases me. So, force of fate. I can follow the line of your thought, Alantat. Every form, color, creature, and being possesses its own charm and capacity to stir our emotions. Millions of stars in the darkness and the inimitability of the void crystals, the plethora of intelligence and primitive life forms that inhabit the galaxy, the world manifests itself in endless diversity. And in that lies its true magnificence. It's Yours says nothing for a time, silently watching you from under her half lowered lids. Now that you have Now that we have each shared our truths about this world, I would like to know if your thoughts about me align with those of your kin, Alantat, or or if you see me differently. To me, you are a foreign yet beguiling world, Yule. I hope that one day I will come to know you, and that one day my own world will become much deeper. Grows still and looks at you intently as if seeing you for the first time. It seems that there are many facets to your soul that I have not considered, Alantat. Interesting. I accept your answer and thank you for speaking with me. This is the first conversation on board this vessel that has truly brought serenity and joy to my soul. Okay, put that on. Plus 10 strength. Mm. Perception bonus is 4. Yeah. So that's 4% dodge. 12 to 18. That was 12 to 24. Twenty, 14 to 20. Hmm. can use a melted gun. You can use a hunting rifle. Mm. Doing medium chainmail. And that the cargo. As your armor goes. Mm. Our property plus 9%. Mm. Or Psychic Awakening. Whereas 10 or more stats of Blood Blast, they gain a +1 resolve. Put that on. It's plus 10 more warp, but the wielder suffers minus 25% more damage from psychic and navigator powers. That's the Medicaid. I mean, choose the wears grenades. To fellowship. Not that great. Doesn't really affect anything for you. Okay, that worked out for you. Swiftly hits with a single shot attack. The target suffers slowed until the wearer's next turn. All right. All right, we got unknown ships over here. Attack the pirates. Intercept the interstellar sextant. Don't let it get away. They're trying to run. Go there, fire. Fire. Mm-hmm. They're saying those torpedoes are gonna be right on your ass. Some shots on you. ND real fast. I'm gonna take some damage from that. Corpse in the water. Run it right into it. Shields are down. Okay, so Interstellar Substance on commission. Turn this way. Drop the Viper. Turn those away. No threat to me whatsoever. Yep, you guys are dealing a little bit of damage. Alright. Run right into you. Fire torps off right now. Now rotate. I said go ahead and shoot at them. End him. Turn you around that way. Torps in the water. Not too bad. Boop, boop. Move to there. That works. Dorsal fire. That worked. Medium range dorsal lance weapon dealing 30 to 40 damage. I mean, it's mounted, so nothing quite yet. We're gonna check out the rest of the planet first. Grab that adamantium. Oh, a cache. Uniform kit. Alright, Audra's Anomaly. First. Okay, we got 41 profit factor now. Talk to you. Go. Explorators. I want to try out that new Lance kit we got now. See how that works. Where she could find you. I sent her to your study. What's Lady Cassia like now? Could you spare a moment to discuss a personal matter? Surely you know that you may call me by my name. I may, but I will not. I would not wish to overstep my boundaries around anyone, let alone the road trader himself. What is this personal matter? I'm embarrassed to ask about something like this, but last I was here I noticed a curious tome on the shelf of your personal library, rather heavy-looking volume bound in a worn gilded cover with the symbol of the Adeptus Ministorum on it. Martyrdom of Saint Basila, I believe it was. Cassia waves her hand in the direction of the shelves, and the satin handkerchief slips out of her fingertips. Oh! Cassia takes a quiet breath of frustration, but does not escape her. You notice that her ruby eyes are intently observing your reaction. Pick up the handkerchief, bring it to your lips, and return it to Cassia. The soft fabric tickles your lips, and the subtle scent envelops you like a thin veil. Cassie accepts the handkerchief with a nod of gratitude, and for the first time gives you a look filled with warmth and affection. Thank you, Lord Captain. I believe I should return to my chambers now. But what about the book? She graces you with a half-hidden smile and swiftly leaves the study. We made it safely from there. We'll head up to here. Ship left the house at Amaterium and returned to real space. Archaeotech mechanism fragment. That's some flawed some. Absolutely nothing. That looks interesting, whatever the hell that is. Promethium. Alright, we're at 45 profit factor now. Just a little asteroid. Little asteroid of plasteel. There's a to ponder what the future holds. Abelard? Well, the young servant in fine livery quickly bows to you and places a peculiar object on your desk, a transparent dome with a living flower inside. The servant gestures at the flower, and the vodcats built into his respiratory system lets out a cackle. A crackle said, I was instructed to deliver this gift to you, Lord Captain. Examine the dome plant inside. Before you is a fragile branch of Levidolum tuadalis, a most rare specimen native to the world of Tualdis in the Khalid sector, covered covered in tiny blossoms the color of a purple sky. The plant has been carefully sealed inside a dome along with mineral fertilizer modified by the Madros biologist, which will sustain it for many years. What the sender of such an unusual gift meant to achieve with it remains unclear. High Patron Janus should be able to assist you with his expertise in articles of such rarity. In the meantime, the Vots Master could look into the sender's intentions by listening to the personal communication channels of the ship officers. Tito Needle dipped a living flower sealed in a crystal dome. Oh, your lordship, this is what I think it is. Janus ponders to rest his arms on his bulging stomach. I once came across a volume of ancient aristocratic rituals in the family library. I think I recall something called the Immatorium, a term for an ancient custom of the nobility, an eternal flower that can exist for centuries in the vastness of space. May I inquire who sent it to you? I was hoping you would be able to help me make sense of this. Lady Cassie must have brought the flower from Urat 5 with her personal belongings and kept it this whole time. Hardly anyone else aboard the vessel could be powerful enough to acquire such an exotic artifact, aside from you, of course. The appearance of an Immaterium is the life of in the life of two noble personages is a very special ritual meant to wordlessly invoke the true intention of both parties. Every gesture, at glance, and statement carries profound meaning, replete with subtext. The very act of gifting an immatorium can be interpreted as a sign of favor, uncertainty of intentions, budding friendships, or even a request to keep a polite distance. Sometimes it is all those things at once. How am I to understand the meaning of this? This is the entire point of the ritual, Lord Captain. How confident are you? What emotions bind you to your partner in this elaborate game? What does your inner voice tell you? Only you can decide how to interpret these events, and only you can deal with the consequences. What am I supposed to do with all this? Make your move. Do you wish to reject the gift, ignore the gesture, or accept it on your own terms? According to the noble etiquette, the reciprocal gift must display equal effort and emotion, and it must be delivered through a third party, just as the Immaterium itself. I know little of gifts. Do you have any ideas? I suppose you could surely ask the Lady Navigator about her preferences in a personal conversation.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
You're not opposed to it, of course.
Gifts? What do you mean?
Actually, forget it. I know she likes painting.
Wish to know about me? I suppose I can help you with that. What would you like to know?
I said it's her main pan-flash and ruby eyes, and your heart starts beating a little faster while your hands go cold.
Not here. I'm begging you. Aren't noblemen supposed to discuss such things away from the servants?
Let's go to my study. No one will disturb us there.
Then lead the way.
Was it you wanted to talk about, Lord Captain? I have nothing to say to your unfounded accusation about my conflict with true. I cannot recall my having a single quarrel with any of the people during my entire time aboard. Messenger rebuked, butchered an entire family, and then killed himself. I haven't rebuked a single errand boy on the ship. I think I remember a kind young man with a shy smile and skillful fingers with too much rotten ochre on his shoulder. I grew tired of the disgusting color and advised him to lighten his burden by casting the weight off his shoulders. He did not come the next day or ever again. Gave the wrong orders, which led the vessel shifting off course and my service bay being destroyed. I saw something in the warp, something vast, predatory, shimmering with indescribable color. It came from nowhere and stared at the ship with hundreds of hungry eyes. Right there in our path, I decided to change of course while it was still possible, but did not want to sow panic. Would it have been better to tell the crew we were heading straight into a monster's gaping maw? Are reluctant to be toward our net steer chambers because of the constant emotional outburst it causes them. Some even maim themselves and others. I already told you I cannot control my abilities. What else do you want from me? Will I be assigned a pariah chaperone, or will you put me in suppressing shackles? Would you mind telling me why you needed 100 species of birds and what you used them for? Admittedly, I am at a loss myself. The day we arrived in football, I sent my request to the ship's quartermaster and asked him to get me a songbird, but he never asked for clarification, and shortly before we left, I had a countless number of cages delivered to me, all wrapped in bright red panic and flickering tints of fear. There were birds in every one. I was so excited I thought I could have 100 friends instead of just one. They were squawking so piteously, I let the poor things out. I even fed them my breakfast and dinner, and the stupid birds would not stop chittering even after bedtime. They were dashing about the room, smacking me in the face with their wings, and defecating. I became angry, and suddenly they started pecking at each other's eyes and attacking me. Then I became afraid, and they fell over dead. I do not think I want to keep pets anymore. Think I've heard enough? Will you share your thoughts with me? You have a kind soul, but have difficulty reaching out to people. I could teach you the art of communication if you like. That would be wonderful. My education on Year 5 was cut short, but I had realized by then that the wisdom of books is a poor substitute for the wisdom of experience. Very well, since we are done with this misunderstanding, I would like to change the subject. It would be only fair for me to ask you a question now, wouldn't it? Cassia hesitates and continues in a less confident tone. Do not mistake me. I am not going to accuse you of anything. It's just that you are not the most worthy interlocutor on the entire ship, and you are always so busy. What would you like to ask? I read a treatise on Praise Day Mobius very recently, who claimed that subjects would never believe that their new ruler was better than the old one, unless the old one had been a tyrant. No matter the circumstances, the low-born rabble become deluded about their prospects and rebel in favor of their base desires. What do you make of that? Your interpretation of the celestial text is not entirely correct. The subjects have grown accustomed to the ruling house. All the sovereigns must do is refrain from breaching long-standing traditions, adjust unwanted laws as gradually as you would shift the bed of a flooded river, and no one will ever take your power from you. Opinion that subjects expect two things from their sovereign: to abuse power and to bless their babies. Succeed both, and the boring essays become unnecessary. Thinks for a moment, then smiles. Indeed, I was not wrong about your merits and your ability to hold a conversation. I hope my second question does not confound you either. According to 20 tomes penned by the preacher Ostet the Forgotten, mercy and cruelty go through the world hand in hand, but people flout only the one pan of the scale. Would you rather inspire fear in your followers or a magnanimous and chosen awe? I am not afraid of acquiring a reputation for ruthlessness. Be a tyrant, a friend, and a jester to one's subjects. What matters is that you clearly discern which role is. There is so much power in your words, power that makes me want to join you. I understand now why your subjects are eager to follow you. I admit I was afraid you were too different, and yet you helped me realize that I can be candid with you. Please do continue. I must confess that sometimes I can hardly bear the burden the house that has placed upon me. I feel I am not doing my best. Tell me how you, heir to a protectorate, can bear the responsibilities of billions of lives day after day and not stoop under all the weight. It's not always easy, but I try to lead the dynasty towards prosperity by worthy means. It's my duty whether I like it or not. The inner turmoil is clouding your mind. This inner turmoil is clouding your mind. My protectorate, my subjects, my title are mere resources that I am using solely for my own ends. That's for prosperity by worthy means. Thank you for your patience, Ignatius. You're helping me to see the world in different colors, a novel experience for me. Our conversations hold a special place in my heart. Allow me to bid you farewell for now. I'm heading back to my chambers to consider today's conversation. Mm, okay. Know what gift I should give Cassia? With a singularly superior library. We'll be done, your lordship. Give me some time. Alright. Visit this one. Plundered Void Station. Absolutely nothing. Bunch of rumors upon pilgrims. About the worlds of Langdon's Belt. Some attest that a great battle once raged between humanity, the Imperium, and the foes of humanity. Raged between the Imperium and the foes of humanity. Long-range broadside plasma cannon fires 3 shots, dealing 33. We'll throw that on the starboard. And down to here. The cold windy planet is covered in a raging sea of mustard green grass, so tall it reaches as to the average human waist. The monotony of the endless steppe is occasionally broken by chains of murky green lakes, but the Auger crew spot a far more interesting anomaly, a star running several dozen kilometers deep, splitting the world's equator in two. The two exploratory After 2 exploration watches, the crew intercepts a faint signal coming from one of the labor settlements in the deep chasm. Due to the unstable connection, the foreman mistakes her vessel for a winter-scale ship. One was due to arrive 9 cycles ago. The foreman delivery reports over the weak channel that the adamantine ore deposits on the world are nearly depleted, and that the planet will be fully mined out in less than a decade. With more difficulty, he picks up enough words to understand that the ship in orbit belongs to another rotator house and awkwardly apologizes and falls silent. At some point, the connection cuts off completely, and you leave the foreman and his prospectors to wait for their real master. Alright, into the fight we go. Attempt to hail the pirates. Instead of responding to the hail, the ship's fire salvo and set course towards you. So that means they're gonna have fucking torps in the water?
Hold fast. Our fate will be tested.
Alright. Some torps in the water. Open fire. Fire. Just one down. Okay, so you got torps. So do you. Fire the dorsal. Just gives them a little bit more range. Those might be able to come up and hit me. Alright, so I can hit any of them. You know, those. Kill. Fine. Nail him. Might put me in range of those torps. Alright, cool. Not quite. And pop.
The Emperor blessed us with victory this day.
On range plasma, firing 3 for 21. Still better than what we have on the other side right now. There we go. Slide a short distance to one side. Vulnerability scan, you're missing shield pulse. All right, now this. Poisoners over there.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
Are you ready to die?
But we got guys over there too. Guys trying to handle that. I'm gonna go here. Blood there.
Let's get to it.
Shit, there are so many.
Let's make it quick.
Kill the pyro.
Death. Yours or mine.
I mean, you're gonna have a great time here. Jump right there.
Brings me no pleasure. I shall not. Come, the other side awaits.
Okay, you can move again. You can't move anywhere else. That's gonna get you a good jump. So we're gonna jump to there.
The shadows will see it done. As honor or death is a blessing. Trust me.
Euless the Slasher. Alright. We got him locked down.
Here we go. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
I mean, you guys can group up like that if you really feel like it. Same with grouping up around that.
Aim for the heart next time.
I've suffered worse. My place is at the fore.
Kind of get up here.
It will be done.
Attack recklessly, nail him.
Duty. An exemplary strike.
About to say now I'll sweep.
It will be done. Reduced to dust. Indeed.
Let's make it quick.
I will not die in dishonor.
Scared yet?
I won't stand for it.
So up to here. Mm. Argenta goes next. Alright.
On it.
Say, good fucking kill.
It's as good as done. I refuse. I'll make it happen.
Tats.
Who if not me?
You need to move to there.
Move through me. Be the fire in my heart. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor
Pop that.
commands, I act.
Guaranteed hit.
Let's make it quick.
Good miss.
Endure.
Why do you have fucking bolt pistols?
Let's see to it.
Good fucking hit.
I feel the power surging. But of course, Lord Captain. Naturally.
I'll hit him again.
For the throne, the Inquisition sends their regards. I won't object to it. Be gone.
That's another fucking dead guy. Go lock these fuckers down.
Step aside.
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
Very good.
Request approved. Messiah condemns
Pop
you.
them. Pop a trap. Mark his prey.
Scriptural prognosis is favorable.
I've suffered worse.
Ten stats of bleed.
I shall not fail. Trust me. As honor ordains. Trust me.
Go. I'll jump again.
I shall not fail.
Out of my way.
Run me the lead rain.
Let's get to it.
Throne take.
Come on, parry.
High momentum.
Favorite enemy.
It will be done. At your beck and call, I took care of this one. I will do my duty.
Hold on.
Good bent.
Slaughter someone.
I am ready for whatever comes. I'll make it happen.
Attack.
You should feel honored to witness this.
Overcharge. Protect.
On it.
I'll do it.
Doubt is for the weak.
Put another one into him.
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Running gun doesn't matter now because single shots always fucking hit. Reckless strike.
But of course, Lord Captain.
It's the Emperor.
Naturally.
Damage to Volk.
Ow.
I will leave footprints of scarlet. As the tenant caught by the web.
Hit the Pucho.
Trust me.
Good slash.
Let's get to it. Brace yourself, Abelard. A tactically sound approach. It will be done. I'm not interested. At your beck and call. Someone else can do this. Victory is
And then
We'll rule the stars themselves. It will be done.
fucking die.
Indeed. One fewer target. Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. I will do my reduced to dust.
Should bash.
Scared yet?
Not particularly, no.
I'll make it happen. Who, if not me?
You.
For the throne's glory. Let's see to it. Holy terror, smite your enemies.
Hmm.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Again, the minus to my fucking accuracy doesn't matter.
Let's get to it.
Pain cleanses the body.
And him.
The Emperor is on our side.
Deals damage again once at the center siphon. In fact, the damage was dealt to a target adjacent to the Scyther that gain +2 stats instead. When the Scyther suffers lethal damage, the stats of standard siphons are removed to reduce their damage by -1 for each stat until either all stats are removed or the damage is no longer lethal.
worse than this.
Run by.
As honor
Something there.
Let your soul be purged, caught by the web. Trust me. Come. The other side awaits. As honor ordained.
I'll jump into there.
The shadows will see it now.
Let's get to it.
Oof.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Get rid of that burning stat.
If this is my death, may my blood be a worthy sacrifice.
Taking calculated risk is in my second nature.
Mm.
Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, this is why I
Get done
was
with that.
chosen. I'll do it.
Here we go. I need a foothold.
Favorite enemy.
Of course, Lord Captain.
Ow.
Advancing.
Death whispers my name. You cannot trick death. It will claim me one day.
Is that on you?
As the trust me.
Out my way.
Oh yeah?
Follow my lead. Victory is imminent.
It's as good as done.
Fetch.
I'll make it happen.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! As the Emperor commands, eradicated. Doubt is for the weak.
Boop.
I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless. I am his will made manifest. As the Emperor. This is why I was chosen. Doubt is
This is where she becomes extremely deadly.
I'll do it. Faith
Now
without
she's basically a
deeds is
fucking
worthless.
sniper with the
I
bolter.
will not.
Hold on.
I'm done with this one.
Alright, he's dead.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
Death comes in silence. As honor ordains, killing brings me no pleasure.
I highly doubt that. Nullifying shotgun. Hell yeah. Baton shot at effective range. Effective range is 3. 1 second. Okay, I am back. You almost stripped my phone off my desk. Search all these guys. Radiant chestplate, +2 deflection against area attacks, +7 fellowship, -5 dodge. Kari Clave, Power Maul. 24. Unstable Flamer, 12 to 18. Ransomware range attacks +2 damage. Strength of 60. 22 to 33. See how that works out. pots over here. There's plus 10 bonus to ballistic still.
I always have a backup plan.
Or just another way to get through the fight, maybe?
Nothing's impossible for this old
Is
officer.
there money to be made?
Alright, back to the void ship. That was slightly pointless. Gotten twins, name was Star. Dangerous warp transit. Damage taken.
I'll make an example out of you.
Cease and repent! Look out.
Temporary setback.
I can't stand it.
Via delights beckon you!
Barry.
Now.
Get him, doggo.
I am unsatisfied.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea. I'll see to it personally.
My soul sings in ecstasy.
Does it now?
No, failure is just a temporary setback.
Don't touch me.
Ooh, that's not good.
Minds exist only to be broken.
Emperor, protect me. For now.
We don't get any more help in here. Blood.
Emperor, protect me.
At your back and
Charge
call.
in and him.
I'd rather not.
Charge the other guy.
It will be done. At your beck and call.
Emperor, protect me.
Don't touch me.
It's as good as done.
There.
I won't compromise my principles. On it.
Fuck.
Emperor, protect me.
Embrace excess. Spurn monotony.
Just a minor setback.
For now.
It's not good.
I'll do what it takes.
Dodge. Favorite foe.
I will do my duty. Victory is imminent. I've suffered worse. No matter the cost.
Alright, start swinging.
Indeed. At your beck and call. One fewer target. My place is at the fore. I took care of this one.
Good fucking kill.
As the Emperor commands, eradicated. I'll do it.
That's
As the Emperor commands. Doubt is for the weak.
okay. That one survived.
Emperor, protect me.
Reduced to dust.
I'll see to it personally.
Get them.
I am unsatisfied.
I refuse. I'll make it happen. It's as good as done. You never stood a chance.
I can handle this. Look out.
Alright, fire.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deed. Power resides in the will of the righteous. I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. As the Emperor commands, eradicated. I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. Doubt is for the weak. Each strike is a prayer. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Fucking very good.
A dance of blades and shadows.
It will be done.
Alright, Avalanche here.
On it. I'll
Kill
see
him.
to it personally. Who if
Double slug.
Your end was inevitable.
Everyone. Shotgun attack is plus 15 units of armor penetration, inflicts 31 levels of bleeding on one target. $70 commerce. So parry until the next turn. Vanguard parries an enemy attack. They immediately make an attack opportunity with plus 1% weapon skill. Arch Militant. Education, Executioner. Puts bleeding 5 on an ally of their choice. Then the cells, the ally gains plus 5 Medicaid bonus to dodge. Places 30% of maximum wounds. With their wounds at the same number of temporary wounds until the end of combat. That's your temporary wounds, all their melee attacks and damage over time effects deal an additional 30% maximum wounds damage. Yes. Kills a tailed enemy. 500 gains an extra turn after the ally's turn. To the expanse map. Chart new routes. Explorator Void Station. Stranger finding a survey was made on one of the sites of the frozen world of countless human bodies suspended in clear ice of a glacier. The bodies showed no signs of injury. It was as if they dived into the liquid water moments before it turned to solid ice, freezing them in place with their eyes wide open and their hair fanning out behind them. Searches uncovered nothing that could explain this. Captain, we have an Imperial Navy squadron preparing to engage a pirate mob. The forces of both flotillas are comparable. Do you wish to intervene? Who are they trying to kill? Pedro Trader, we are tracking down a gang of murderers by the notorious criminal Lucius von Brycian. This woman is responsible for many atrocities, including the murder of her own father, the planetary governor and Imperial World Senator. She conspired a void rebel, helped them commit a massacre on her home planet, became their leader, and now she is running amok. I invite you to join me in bringing her to justice. Let us help the Navy trust the pirates. I mean, it's not as if they're under my protection or anything, so welcome.
Let us purge your enemies, rogue trader.
Ooh, Dictator class cruiser. And we're way up here. Some frigates in this midst. Some good loot out of this. Good fucking hit. This thing should be able to carry quite a bit. Oof, that lance though. Falchion class. Shit, they got fighters in the water. Almost 2 down.
For the glory of the Imperium!
Good. Up behind this fucker. End him. Visualize weakness. Torps out. That Viper's fucked. This one might come out okay. October's gonna be annoying. Start fucking harrying me now. Come on, you fucking do something against those guys. Jesus, that's some heavy fucking artillery. Thing can nail fucking almost anywhere. That's goddamn dope.
Where we tread, the unfaithful fall.
They have 2 more bid ships left. That one's about to turn. Good. We'll still be in strike range of those torps. Fucking flat.
Strike them now.
Over there. Just gonna be out of range, aren't you? Just out of range of that. Yeah, I forgot about you. Quick and easy damage on you. Ooh, that's not good. That's a bomber win.
Smite the enemies of humanity.
This way. misses on all parts for him. Your shields are basically all down. You're fucked.
Target destruction confirmed. Praise the Omnissiah.
Right, turn your ass around. Should be in range of our dorsal. Get torps in the water. Nail him.
Strike them now.
That's right, go ahead and fire on me. I'll get in here, make some hits.
Another notch on the macro cannon.
Blessed are the faithful.
Fighter Dad's Fury Interceptors allows the interceptors to be launched through torpedo tubes. Oh, that was a shot. Profit Factor, Imperial Navy. Why did I not leave her in your hands? What? No, she's mine. You want her? Then go get her. I just threw her out the airlock. I already lost too much by chasing her. I will not fight a rogue trader. Good day to you. So maybe that means to launch fighters and torps. Make that safe. this. Let's get this dude in our fucking retinue. Where are we? We're right there. A lot of shit going on in this system. Thousands of animal skeletons. All their data suggests that some kind of sleeping gas vents here. It's like the animals either don't realize that they're headed to their deadly trap, or they've come here to die on purpose. After a series of experiments, the ship's weaponsmiths managed to perfect a few different types of ammunition. Shit, wrong thing. At least we can trade on our ship. We don't have to go back to fucking ports every time. Got me up to tier 3. That's 120 points of protection for each sector. Enemy blast attacks. Or that. Allows flat shots to be fired from the natural cannons. Five points. Five at 19. I'd rather give those. Okay, we're at tier 7 with them now. Using reload for any weapon costs minus 1 AP, minimum 0. 10 to 15. $16 to 24. That goes there. We jump out to 204. Okay. Back to the Chronos Expanse. And stand a little asteroid. Wreckage in the void's vicinity, but the exact nature of the wreckage remains unclear. Look for the source. Plastic, the rest is unknown material, so the fragments further is nigh impossible due to the severe corrosion. The non-metallic fragments also bear burn marks. Starship remains. Captain Auditor spotted the fleet dead ahead. The drive signatures of the enemy flagship match that of the Heartless. The escort ships are sticking to it like flies. The drop ship. Anyway, what are your orders? Attach a report of the enemy. Frigate is heavily armored and boasts a launch bay, which is for sure won't be empty. As long as the escorts are around to defend it, trying to board the vessel will be a death sentence. My advice is to take them out first, then attack the Heartless itself. Once the frigate is damaged, we can close and board it. Attack. Ready the cannons. Good thing we got flat this time.
All stations, report when manned and ready.
Okay, so 3 small, 1 medium. Drop him. If you want to be on that side of me, go for it. Oof. Drop him. You'll just hold in. And end it. Perfect. You're going to cut back in. Fire.
We broke their shield. Now break their spirit.
Very good miss.
The Emperor blessed us with victory this day.
Woo! Captain boards are raring to go. The Heartless house's Dellerfield generators cooked, and so no warp drive diving for them now. We set off fireworks in the primary drive too. The rust bucket isn't going anywhere. We can begin the assault on the ship right away, but experience tells me this will go a lot smoother if we deliver just a couple more precise strikes. How about we flatten a few heretics between the bolt heads to make fighting easier for you, Lord Captain? Lordship, I must remind you that the Heartless has been promised to you as spoils. Every blow to the ship would be a blow to the dynasty's treasure. Prepare to board. Solomon, are your people ready? Ready and waiting. He's more potent now since I gave him an actual psychic ability to let him hit shit.
I'll ram a fox down your throat next time. Yes, this area is clear.
Is it? I will lead Delta-sized squad along the lower deck. We'll distract the enemy and draw fire on ourselves. Your squad, call sign, roll Theta. We'll proceed along the upper decks. The objective to reach the elevator. Road Trader, I trust that you personally do not put yourself in the line of fire and do not take unnecessary risks. We cannot lose you. Once the deck sweep is complete, we'll rendezvous to regroup and launch the assault. Everyone puts two fingers in his ear, listening to his comm beat. Another Arbiter squad has been hit hard. Find a way to open the door for us. There should be a calculator control panel nearby, but first, we would go down and get into position. We need to overwhelm the enemy with a surprise attack. It seems your main formation is going to be A48. I will plan my squad's tactics with this in mind to maximize our effectiveness during the advance. The Arbiter's strength is in coordinated action. The enemy will fall under our joint onslaught. I may not wear the RBD Sydney any longer, but today you are my brother in arms, and not just mine. Isn't that right, Arbiter? Salomon's squad responds with a jubilant roar, and for a moment you feel as though you are a part of the Marshal's mantle again. It is gallant for you to take fire upon yourself to spare me. I don't want you to die, Solomon, so be careful. Don't risk your life on my account. His jaws face it impeccably. Solomon says, if you encounter especially stubborn resistance, summon me, I will come to your aid. I'm not accustomed to receiving such attention from a brave Arbides warrior. It is quite a pleasure. I'm not, Solomon sighs and rubs the bridge of his nose. It is my honor to serve the Emperor's anointed. Get in trouble, call it immediately. Go, go, go. Open that up.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Comrades in arms.
Another cruise deck under my boots. The flare of emergency.
They're here. Help. With the goods. Open the door in the lower chamber. Pull the door.
I better myself through my service.
Operation successful.
Crescendo. 20 to 23. Repairs an attacker hits 2 or more enemies with the shotgun's range attack. They gain +1 attack until the start of their next turn. Does not stat. It's +1 deflection, +12 parry to incoming energy fire. The shot damage or reduced by -6. Shield allows the wearer to block.
Let us not dawdle.
Alright, open up this door.
Pay attention.
Lines, pipe with a shot.
The Emperor favors me today.
Connect with the vid screen.
Irrefutable certainty.
Display step status data.
Grants the insight.
Small room hidden behind the elevators that did not make it into the Arbites diagram.
This explorator is
I always have a backup plan.
multifunctionality.
Take heed, rogue trader.
Duty prevails.
Intriguing.
See? Right there.
Some of that.
I better myself through my service.
Is there money to be made?
Open it.
Operation successful.
They have shields.
The machine gun grants me insight.
Open the door.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Always keep your eye on the prize. Your arrogance will be your downfall.
I will take you down.
Get you up here. Argenta get up there. You get into that little crevice. So forward, you go there. You there. Fuck, there's a sniper. Good kill.
I'll do it. Faith
If you
without
can.
deed. I bring mercy and retribution.
Come to there.
The shadows will see it done.
Each stat of blood blessed effects.
I shall not fail. As the tenets demand. As honor ordains.
Raining blood.
The shadows will see it done.
Let's get to it.
I'm
An
here,
offering of
maggot.
blood.
Show me what you've got.
Alright, Henritz. Favor buff him. Light him on fire.
Let's make it quick. Here we go.
You can endure all you want.
My ears are ringing.
Go to him.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
Double slug.
Make it happen.
I took care of this one. At your beck and call.
I can bum rush up there.
I will do my duty.
As the tactical imperative dictates. Request approved. Function successfully terminated.
Right?
My vow is to serve.
Hold on.
Okay, where are you coming into?
Come, the other side awaits.
Let's get to it.
Parry. Fuck. There's even more.
Rejoice in battle. I'll do it.
Drop you.
Doubt is for the weak.
As many of the fucking ads we can.
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave. I'll do it. This is why I was chosen. Each strike is a prayer. Faith without deed for you, my emperor.
All right. Over to here.
The shadows reveal their secrets. I shall not fail. As honor ordains. Caught by the wet. Killing brings me no pleasure. Trust me.
Up to there.
The other side awaits.
Jump to
The
here.
shadows will killing brings me no pleasure. As the tenants caught by the web.
Okay, so I just want to tell your area cleared.
I shall.
Alright, we got 2 left on this side. Go to here.
For the throne's glory.
Go pop that on him. Oh, there's 3 guys left over here.
Scorn the pain.
Let's get to it.
Set him. Again.
High momentum.
Tried and
Over to
tested
here.
tactics are the best ones. At your beck and call.
Oop.
Let's make it quick.
Good, good.
Here we go.
Time to slaughter someone.
Hold on.
Guided by faith.
Hit the bridge.
As the Emperor
Oh.
I am your blade and shield.
Run in.
Get me a target.
We're opening ourselves up for a grenade here.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
Say all your melee can just bum rush out. That's fine.
It's as good as done. I'll see to it personally. I won't compromise my principles.
That's
A tactically sound approach. It will be done.
Yep, definitely opening ourselves up to a grenade.